This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. New Trump administration rules are taking effect today that might make it more difficult for some immigrants to become American citizens. AP's Sagar Meghani explains.
Federal law already requires immigrants seeking green cards and legal status to prove they will not be a burden to the nation. The new rules kicking in today detail just what could disqualify them. They could deny green cards to those who use Medicaid, food stamps, or other forms of public assistance. Citizenship and immigration officers will weigh those factors along with things like education and income in deciding who gets legal status. It's one of the administration's most aggressive efforts to restrict legal immigration and is part of a push to focus on immigrant skills. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
Trump administration officials are defending last week's mass immigration raids in Mississippi, including emotional footage of a girl pleading with authorities to let her father go. Acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan acknowledged that the video of the 11-year-old sobbing girl was emotional, but says the girl was quickly reunited with her mother. In response, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she's against the policy of breaking up immigrant families.
For them to invade a workplace, divide families, just really undermines the character of America. What the motivation for it is, I'll leave it to others to decide.
Enraged Hong Kong protesters blocked roads and defied police orders on Monday to disperse after riot officers fired tear gas and non-lethal ammunition at fleeing crowds. Protesters also forced the international airport to shut down. Hong Kong Airport says it will restart flights on Tuesday. Russia held a memorial service on Monday for 5 scientists killed in a mysterious explosion last week in northern Russia. This is VOA News. The suspect in Norway's mosque shooting has appeared in court. AP correspondent Charles de Ledesma reports.
The head of Norway's domestic security agency says officials had received a vague tip a year ago about the suspected gunman in Saturday's Oslo mosque shooting, but it was not sufficient to act on as there weren't any concrete plans of attack. Consequently, the official says he didn't see any reason to change the overall threat assessment for Norway. The suspect, Philip Manshaus, is accused of an attempted terrorist attack on the mosque and separately killing his teenage stepsister. In court, he looked bruised and scratched, but smiling. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
President Trump wants to see a successful British exit from the European Union. National Security Advisor John Bolton told British officials that message today. He said Washington will support the move with a U.S.-Britain free trade agreement. But Reuters' Lucy Fielder and William James report Prime Minister Boris Johnson faces 3 broad options when Parliament returns in September: a Brexit deal, no deal, or a general election.
An election soon is what many Britons expect. Not least, it appears, their less than shy new Prime Minister. Britain will eject from the EU in less than 3 months, unless Johnson and Brussels rustle up a new deal. The prospect is shaking British politics. Reuters' William James says Johnson needs to get going, assuming he wants to.
So when Parliament returns in September, Boris Johnson has a big decision to make. He needs to decide whether he's realistic about getting a deal with the European Union to renegotiate the Brexit deal, or whether he pursues a no deal, that's taking Britain out of the EU, any kind of transition arrangement. That decision has to come early in September.
That's Reuters' Lucy Fielder and William James reporting. Rescue operations continue in 4 Indian states where monsoon floods have killed nearly 200 people and forced more than 1 million from their homes. The western and southern states of Kerala, Karnataka, Gujarat, and Maharashtra have been inundated by heavy rains and flooded rivers. The southern state of Kerala, a tourist haven known for its beaches and resorts, has been the worst hit region. The death toll there reached 76 on Monday. 116 were reported killed in the other 3 states. And the best meteor shower of the year is underway across the northern hemisphere. Skywatchers will be treated to a stunning array of meteors streaking overhead from Monday night into early Tuesday. The Perseids occur when Earth enters the debris field left behind by the comet Swift-Tuttle. For the best viewing, U.S. Space Agency NASA recommends getting away from city lights. I'm Marissa Melton, VOA News.